Okay, it's August 30th, 2025. I just thought it'd be a good idea to see what the cabin looks like this year, since most of the work's been done now, so I thought I'd give you the grand tour here. So let's go in and see what it looks like. We raised the roof here about, I don't know, 3-4 years ago now. So I've been working on finishing off the inside. So first we've got the kitchen here. There we go. Implements on the wall there. So the roof has been raised, obviously. Still haven't finished the roof, the ceiling there. It's got to be stained or something done to it. We haven't decided what to do to it yet. Got everything. Picture of mother from 2003 there, having a shot at tequila or something there. Table, I refinished that table a few years ago. Put 7 coats of spar varnish on it. Looks pretty nice now. Here's the wall, the picture. So that's King McLean at the top. He's the one that first brought Gramp to the lake here in 1946. Those pictures were taken in 1948. So that's King on the top, King McLean, which is Grandma Walker's brother. And that's my grandfather, Earl Walker, the second one. My dad, Jack Walker, and then Earl Walker again at the bottom. It's the original log cabin there. These are 2 pieces that Carl did here from driftwood. You got Cocktail Betty on the left, and the other one's supposed to be my dad. Finally got a TV here. This is a famous driftwood sculpture that Carl did for Grace. Beautiful piece. So this is the trout that my grandfather caught on Lake Superior. Not quite sure what year that was. The cuckoo clock. Kind of got it working this year. It's got 1 bad billows in it I've got to fix. Here's the remodeled bathroom. And now we're going to go into the master bedroom here. There's a thing that Bob and Lori gave us a couple of years back there, the relief of the lake there. I leveled the bedroom this year, so now everything's nice and level. Right. Okay, now we'll make our way into the other part of the house here, which is the main cabin. Try something here real quick. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's take a look at it like this. Had to have a fire in the fireplace here the last couple of years or a couple of days because it's been so cold. There's our famous deer head with the bow tie. Go back to vertical here. This is a watercolor that Aunt Mildred did for me for my birthday several years ago. Let's see if I get that without the reflection of the lantern in there. There we go. The upstairs is a little bit of a mess since I've been living up there. And there we go. Try to do another one of those horizontal shots here and see if that gives us a better perspective. So the ceiling goes right up like that. Go back to vertical here. Okay, that's pretty much the whole cabin. again. And then we'll take a look outside. Judy's flower garden this year, which is probably one of the nicer years that it's been around. We've got a little hosta garden here. Got the sun here, so we'll take a shot from the other side. There we go. I painted the chimney this year, so it's looking pretty good. Up top here, the pump house. So we're in the process of converting this into a bathroom this next year. So it looks pretty messy right now. There's our water pump there. And we had the roof repaired last year. A little bit rotten. So right now it's mostly storage. I got to build this up probably next year when they install the toilet. I have to build the walls up here and put a cabinet in with a sink. Freezer there. All right. That's Richie Rose's bathroom there, down in their cabin. Close there. The table is sitting right over here right now off the cutting of the hemlock tree that used to be that stump right there that was quite high and overhung the cabin, and so we thought we'd cut it down before it fell down to the cabin. So we've taken that down for the winter now. Bit of a rough day out there today, got a north wind. Raining the last couple of days. Gotta burn the fire pit there. Whatever I gotta get rid of for winter. Let's see, it's a bit rough out there. new wire up there on the post this year because it was falling over there and separating the electrical cabinet from the rest of the structure there. We had this nice stonework done last year, so a nice path along the side now. This is Judy's other flower garden. That's a septic system there. It's mixing stuff up the hill to the drainage bed. Planted a couple of new birch trees. That's one right there. There was one down there, but the beaver got that one. Shoot the top off of it. There's little shoots growing off of it, so hopefully we'll get a little tree out of that. I straightened up the lamppost this year. That's been bent over for many, many years, so I only got around to straightening that up. Painted the boathouse and the workshop, so they're looking in pretty good shape. And this year, as I say, I corrected the bedroom there, so I put a new foundation on there, leveled it all up. Good job, especially that one right back in there. So we got these stones put in last year. Ron Lemke did that. So we've got a nice stairway now that goes down. So these are the Brule chairs that I built many years ago, red and white cedar, 2 out of red, 2 out of white. A nice freshly painted workshop I did this year. So here's the boathouse. I redid all the flooring in the well here last year. Junk in the corner there. Try to get rid of that bicycle. This is the lift system that I put in a few years back to lift the boat out of the water. Made it much easier than the old way. This year I redid the entire floor of the boat. It was all rotted out, so I had to rip it out Put a whole new floor in, put it all back together again. That was quite a job. All right. On to the workshop. Totem pole that Dad never quite finished. Supposed to be an eagle there. All right, so the workshop. Some old motors here. That's a 1954 Johnson 3-horse that I had to replace the drive shaft in a few years ago, and it works great. That's the old electric motor off the pontoon boat that died on us. There's the rowboat that Dad and I built many, many years ago. Haven't had it out on the water for a while. Got all the shutters stored up there. And we got all kinds of leftover wood up on the top here that I use every now and then. Got the bicycles there. I got a giant boulder and a Horo Extreme. Carving there on old Betty's trout. 1980. Here's the old saw out of the basement of the house in Monroe. I built a trimaran with that little saw. More implements here. I'm in the process of doing a few more jobs here before we leave, so the place is a little bit of a mess. Got all of my Ryobi tools down here. All the old tools. Little artwork there. Carl did that. Okay, and there's, I had to take the pontoon boat back because of the end of the year, but this is the dock I built a few years ago for the pontoon boat. Now we're on to the ice house, which I've turned into what I call my man cave, which is where I sleep when the cabin is full. Opening the lock here. just for posterity's sake, while I'm thinking of it, show you where the property line is here. So there it is, right there. So this little square piece of concrete right there, that's the property marker. So that extends up toward the cabin there, all the way to the other side of the point. Here's the man cave. Unfortunately, it's full of stuff right now, but spent a lot of time on this last year. So I've completely pined up the walls here. That's Dad's original hockey stick, a couple of original tongs from the ice house. This used to be filled about waist deep with sawdust, and they would cut blocks of ice out of the lake in the wintertime and put that in here, and then we'd come in and whack off hunks of it to put up in the ice box to keep stuff from spoiling before we had electricity. Yeah, this isn't very good here, but oh well. So I do have a netting in here, a little mosquito netting that comes down and keeps the bugs out when I'm here in the summertime. Put in a nice pine floor there. You can't see it because it's all covered with the thing, but that turned out real nice. A couple of cots there to put down, so I'm sleeping out here. That window opens there, and there's a nice screen lets air through. And that's the man cave. And back we go. All right, so that's pretty much the property.